All right. So, hi everyone. Good evening. Namaskar, Sastikal, and I welcome you all to this session. And it's a special session for us, and this is for the first time we're doing because there are a lot of people who think that mathematics is a game of boys, and not many girls are able to perform. And again, we have these amazing students who have not only qualified for the second round but also qualified with style, and they're all breaking those stereotypes that mathematics is not a game of game for the girls, and girls can't do good in mathematics again. And this is going to be a lot of motivating talk and session for a lot of girl students particularly. And I'm sure these students, these stories are going to motivate each and every one of you who is going to watch and who will be watching this session later. And because जो stories हैं, these stories, and of course there are uh, a couple of girls who are going to join us later. But again, these stories are going to be really motivating for each and every one of you, and it is also going to help you, deal with good mathematics. And also at the same time, ये फीलिंग जरूर आएगी तुम सबके अंदर किसी ना किसी स्टोरी से रिलेट करके कि अगर ये कर सकती हैं तो मैं भी कर सकती हूँ, राइट? So that is the main idea of this particular session. So let us get started, guys, and give a round of applause to all these amazing students who have, broken those stereotypes. And probably for the first time, you're all seeing these amazing students on this particular channel. But again, ऐसा नहीं है कि ये इसी साल इन्होंने मैथ्स में अच्छा किया. They have been doing very well in mathematics for the past couple of years, or whatever time I know some of them. And so let us hear some of the stories without wasting any time. So we will start with Aheri. So Aheri is probably the youngest of the lot, and she's in class 8. And I did a session particularly for class 8 students, and in which Aheri was there. So she's joined us today again. So thank you, Aheri, for joining us now. And so Aheri, let's get started with you. So she, as I told, is in class 8th, and she has done amazingly well in this year IOQM. So Heidi, let's get started. Where are you from? Again, I know that ये introduction to पहले भी दे चुकी हो, but again, just for the sake of this session, we will start again.
Sir, I'm from Bengal.
Yeah, and you are in class 8, and Harry, in being in class 8, has scored amazing 19 marks. So guys, एक बार तो तालियां मार दो सब लोग यहाँ पर जितने भी हैं, because 8th class में 19 marks लेकर आना is actually really tough. And she was in RMO batch. Normally हम RMO batch देते नहीं हैं first timers को. But again, after interacting with her, I was sure that अगर उसको थोड़ा सा push दिया गया, so again she is going to prove us, and she's proven us right. So Harry, yes, briefly about your story. How did you start mathematics Olympiad preparation, and कहाँ से पता लगा, कहाँ से motivation मिला तुम्हें mathematics Olympiad के बारे में?
Sir, I first saw a YouTube video which was regarding Mathematics Olympiad. I mean, real Olympiads, not this private Olympiads.
हम्म
तो वहां से मुझे पहली बार पता चला कि IOQM के कुछ ओलंपियाड्स होता है.
हम्म
तो वो उस टाइम आई वाज इन क्लास 7 की लास्ट में. तो मैंने 7 की उस टाइम से पहले मैंने 11th का टॉपिक्स 12th का कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे मैंने कर रखा था जो कि रिक्वायर्ड है इस टाइम में. तो मैंने सोचा था कि 8th का भी स्टूडेंट देता है, 9th का भी देता है, तो 11 12 का तो नहीं देगा, वो जो भी देगा बन तो जाएगा क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है. तो उसके बाद मैंने क्वेश्चन पेपर ओपन किया था IQM 2013 का, और मेरे से कुछ नहीं बना था, कुछ नहीं बना था.
तो उससे पहले मैथ्स तुम्हें काफी अच्छा लगता होगा, और मैथ्स में फुल मार्क्स आते होंगे मैथ्स, तो वो वाला परसेप्शन होगा कि मैथ्स तो मैं कर ही लूंगी. एंड आफ्टर डूइंग दैट पेपर वेयरइन यू वर नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व इवन अ सिंगल क्वेश्चन, तो कैसा लगा? मतलब हाउ डिड यू टेक इट अपॉन योरसेल्फ कि यार ये तो मुझे करना है, वो चैलेंज वाली फील कैसे आई?
मतलब 8th क्लास की 9th क्लास तो और भी बहुत लोग करते हैं, तो मैं भी कर सकती हूँ ऐसा. उसके बाद किया मेरा प्रिपरेशन, और मतलब सब लोग कहते हैं कि 8th में नहीं होगा, मतलब लोग तो छोड़िए, मैं जिस कोचिंग में साइंस के लिए पढ़ती हूँ वहाँ पे IQM का क्लास स्टार्ट हुआ था. तो मैंने वो क्लास जब पहली दिन स्टार्ट किया तो मुझे लगा कि टीचर जो पढ़ा रहा था वो बहुत ही स्लो था और बहुत ही बेसिक चीज था. तो मैंने पूछा कि ये सिलेबस कंप्लीट होगा क्या,
हम्म
मैं तो एक में कुछ दिन में तो बताया कि बेटा कौन सी क्लास में हो, तो मैंने बताया कि 8th में हूँ।
हम्म
तो फिर बताया कि बेटा नो वन गेट्स IOQM इन 8th, ठीक है, अभी बेसिक्स कर लो,
अमेजिंग
नो वन गेट्स
अमेजिंग
IOQM इन 8th। ऐसे मतलब टीचर ही फ्रैंकली बोल दिया, तो सर हम क्या करें?
बट अगेन गाइस अगेन आई मतलब टीचर को गलत प्रूव करना मतलब आई वांट कि सम ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट्स आल्सो प्रूव मी रॉन्ग एंड अगेन amazing, so proud of you being in class 8 and not only qualifying but again qualifying with style. You scored 19 marks and वो भी इस IOQM में which is one of the toughest ever and amazing to see that Ayeri and of course अभी जैसा कि मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई है, it is just the start and you have to make sure that you not only qualify this round, the next round RMO, but also make it to the camp stage. And again, we are all banking upon not only you but all the other students who are sitting here. Amazing, great, Aheri. All right, so moving on to Akshita. सो अक्षिता को आई थिंक काफी लोगों ने पहले भी देखा होगा यहाँ पे इस चैनल पे एंड अक्षिता ने एक स्टोरी भी हमारे लिए पोएम लिखी थी हमारे लिए एंड अक्षिता इज इन करेंटली वेदांतु's ऑफलाइन बैच इन बैंगलोर शी इज करेंटली in the hostel so and is in class 11 and Akshita has been associated with us since last 2 years and last year she could not do as well but again she did not give up and again prepared again and along with Jay, she had been doing and working maths problem. And of course, जो hard work हमेशा it pays off. So Akshita, amazing, and congratulations for the amazing marks that you've scored. So Akshita, your story किस तरीके से Maths Olympiad से motivated हुई, प्रेरित हुई, and क्या-क्या challenges face किए तुमने, and अब इस मुकाम पे कैसा लग रहा है?
Sir, I got to know about the Olympiad in class 8 through YouTube,
Hmm.
and then your batches were starting, so I got enrolled into that.
Okay,
First,
which batch were you in?
um the paid batch.
Okay, you don't remember the name. It's a paid or free. Okay, so वो होगा achievers होगा most likely.
In class 8.
अच्छा 8 में था. Okay, class 8. Okay,
Yeah.
that was 2 years back.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then in that IOQM, I prepared,
Hmm.
but I got very low marks,
Hmm.
and then I felt very bad. But I when I saw the paper again, I thought, okay, the questions were doable.
Hmm.
But that time, maybe I got nervous. So in the next IOQM, I prepared again, and then I gave it, and then I qualified that one.
Okay. तो कितने marks आए थे अगली बार?
20 out of 40.
Okay, amazing. And 20 was an amazing score.
Yes,
But
sir.
उसमें उस बार तूने did you also write INMO?
Yeah, that time it
अच्छा वो तो
was
इकट्ठा ही था.
combined.
इकट्ठा था. Yes. Hmm.
Yes, sir.
And उसके बाद next year again you could not score as much as you wanted to.
Yes, sir.
Last year basically.
Last year.
तो लास्ट ईयर जब जब मार्क्स कम आए थे तो कितना कैसा फीलिंग आया बिकॉज उससे पिछला साल यू स्कोर 50% मार्क्स 20 आउट ऑफ 40 इज एन अमेजिंग स्कोर तो लास्ट ईयर कैसा फीलिंग आया एंड आई नो आई स्टिल रिमेंबर द मैसेजेस दैट यू नो वी हैड एक्सचेंज ओवर टेलीग्राम आफ्टर द टेस्ट आफ्टर द एग्जाम एंड बट अगेन जो मुझे पता था मतलब मुझे पता था कि दैट ये दिस इज जस्ट वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्स एंड one of exams that you had not done well but again seeing the talent I जिस तरह से talent है तुम्हारे अंदर तो मुझे पता था that you are going to come back and come back strongly in the next IOQM and again amazing बहुत ही amazing पेपर था बहुत ही मुश्किल पेपर था बढ़िया क्या कैसा फीलिंग आ रहा है अभी
अभी ठीक लग रहा है.
राइट सो ठीक लग रहा है अच्छा लग रहा है मतलब यू आर बीइंग हम्बल बट आई एम श्योर अक्षिता दैट दिस इज जस्ट द स्टार्ट एंड इस बार जो स्टार्ट हुई है चीजें आई एम श्योर यू आर गोइंग टू डू रियली वेल इन द नेक्स्ट राउंड्स आरएमओ एंड आल्सो इनमो एंड यही स्टोरीज हैं बच्चों यही स्टोरीज हैं राइट सो having qualified IOQM in 1 year to not qualifying in the next year and then qualifying again, right? So this is like sine curve and sine curve of life. And I know a lot of students, they get demotivated कि अच्छा स्कोर आया, अगली बार अच्छा नहीं आया तो अगेन छोड़ दिया, हार मान ली. But again, learn from stories like these, Akshita's, because अच्छा किया और अच्छा किया, and then अगले बार नहीं अच्छा हुआ, qualify नहीं हुआ, first round qualify नहीं हुआ, and then qualifying again because she did not give up. Right, so this is one thing which this exam teaches, that never give up, not giving up, and I'm sure we're going to learn now from this. So Akshita, thank you. Any advice for the juniors जो start करना चाह रहे हैं Maths Olympiad की preparation? What is the advice that you want to give?
Sir, I met a Didi and I asked her. She has participated in IGMO twice. So I asked her that you qualified INMO multiple times. So the paper was hard. What did you think? So she said that अगर मैं पेपर कितना हार्ड है उसके बारे में सोचूंगी तो इसमें मेरा ही नुकसान होगा ना.
Yes, amazing. एग्जैक्टली मतलब ये बहुत बड़ी चीज है, ये बहुत बड़ी चीज है. थिंकिंग अबाउट कि पेपर मुश्किल है, मेरे इतने मार्क्स आए हैं, सामने वाले के इतने मार्क्स आए हैं, ये सब सोचोगे तो टाइम वेस्ट होगा, अपना ही नुकसान होगा. सो दिस इज समथिंग दैट यू शुड नॉट बी एक्चुअली डूइंग गाइस. अमेजिंग, अमेजिंग, बहुत बड़ी बात बोली. And Akshita is also, guys, one of our students who, qualified for Promise India camp in Bangalore last year. And Akshita, एक बार चलो, this is a slightly unrelated topic, but how was the experience and how was overall experience of Promise India? क्या क्या सीखा तुमने वहाँ पर? Because पूरे इंडिया से बहुत कम बच्चे select हुए थे, उनमें से भी बहुत कम लड़कियां थी. तो overall कैसा experience रहा and क्या क्या सीखा वहाँ पर?
सर अच्छा था, IISc पूरा बड़ा है और वहाँ पर हम लोग को मीन्स पहले सुबह लेक्चर होता था 1.5 आवर का, उसके बाद एक पीसेट देते थे और उसमें ये सिस्टम था कि पहले पीसेट देते थे और उसके बाद टॉपिक्स समझाते थे
कि पहले तुम जूझ लो, उसके बाद जो नहीं आया उसके वो सीखो और समझो. अमेजिंग.
हाँ, तो जब वो मैम प्रोफेसर वो टॉपिक पढ़ाती थी तो हम लोग भी जो भी कंजेक्चर्स हम लोग बनाए होते थे खुद से भी बोलते थे.
अमेजिंग. आई एम श्योर कि वहाँ पे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला होगा, बहुत सारे नई कंजेक्चर्स तुमने खुद बनाए होंगे. इनफैक्ट ऐसे कंजेक्चर्स बनाए होंगे जो ऑलरेडी बने होंगे बट तुमने खुद पहले से प्रूव कर दिए होंगे.
वहाँ पर हम लोग y is 0 not equal to 1 and y is a times 0 equals 0, ये छोटी छोटी चीज भी प्रूव की.
अमेजिंग. तो आई एम श्योर कि वो उससे मैथमेटिक्स का लेवल बहुत अमेजिंग तरीके से बढ़ा होगा एंड एक मैथमेटिक्स सीखने का, सोचने का नया तरीका मिला होगा तुम्हें.
यस.
गुड गुड गुड. Chalo, Akshita, guys, thank you for joining us. And Akshita is, I'm sure, is going to motivate a lot of students, particularly girl students, and they're going to look upon the story. And जो struggle है Akshita का, जो struggle रहा है in terms of IOQM clearing over the last 2 years, and that is really motivating. And thank you, Akshita. All the best. Super.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So moving on to okay, Asmi. So Asmi, welcome to this session. So Asmi was a student from IOQM Prime batch and she's in 9th. And 9th May, you will be surprised to know Asmi, Asmi has scored. Asmi कितना score है? 24? 26, sorry, 26. Sorry, 2 number कम बोल दिया मैंने तेरे. 26, she scored 26 marks being in class 9. That is such an amazing achievement. Asmi, so proud of you. I want you to tell about how did you learn about IOQM के बारे में पता कैसे लगा, मैथ्स से मोटिवेशन प्यार कैसे हुआ एंड किस तरीके से IOQM की प्रिपरेशन शुरू की, क्या से शुरू हुई. आई एम श्योर काफी स्ट्रगल्स हुए होंगे, काफी चीजें नहीं समझ में स्टार्टिंग में, एंड वो भी मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि वो बताओ तुम बच्चों को, सो दैट यू मोटिवेट ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स. एंड यस, ऑल योर्स.
Sir, actually, I knew about IOQM last year, but last year I was not eligible. So I actually started my journey this year only with IOQM Prime Batch. And I used to attend all the sessions regularly for the first few months. And I used to struggle a lot with the assignments. Level 2 banta hi nahi tha. I used to keep trying level 1. My marks in the mock tests were very fluctuating. normally they were in 20 to 40 range, kabhi 40 se upar, kabhi 20 se niche. And actually the turning point, I think, was the camp. That after the camp, that whole month I gave wholeheartedly to IOQM. I attended the 5-marker lectures on recordings. Baki 2 and 3 markers I worked it through with sir. And also the camp assignments, I solved all of them. When I gave the IOQM paper and I read the 2 and 3 markers, even they began to seem a bit tough. But first I solved some easy questions. Then I built some confidence, and then I was like, okay, now let's go back. Let's read it thoroughly. And then I managed to solve a few. 5 markers, I saw them in the middle of the paper. Bahut tough lage. I was like, pehle 2-3 markers hi karenge. Then 5 markers ka, thankfully I found the 29th question. But last year, when I came out of the hall, I think I was satisfied with my performance. It felt just like a mock test to me. And what I would like to say is that from 1st to 9th, itne exams diye, competitive exams, whatever, पहली बार ऐसे 26% देख के खुशी हुई.
Well said, well said. True that. ये तो स्टेटमेंट तो मैं रिकॉर्ड करके अलग से डालूंगा. Amazing, Asmi. So Asmi has been a regular student of IOQM Prime Batch, and again, I still remember her with the kind of doubts that she had been asking at the start. And you have been also answering a lot of questions, because I remember your name, Asmi. Because Prime Batch में काफी ज़्यादा बच्चे थे, and उसमें भी I remember your name particularly, because you've been asking, and you also have been telling us amazing solutions of some of the questions. Right, so congratulations, Rasmi. So proud of you. And 26 marks in class 9th is a big thing. And ये मतलब 10th के 11th के 12th के बच्चे नहीं लेकर आए और तुमने पहली अटेम्प्ट में ही कर लिया. And this is actually a lot of motivation for a lot of students कि पहले अटेम्प्ट में किस तरीके से. So Rasmi, मतलब अभी जैसे 9th में तुमने स्टार्ट किया, so what had you done before? 9th और 10th का प्रिपरेशन, I mean NCERT पूरा कर लिया था?
Sir, actually, all I used to do was SOF Olympiad, वो अच्छे से करती थी. बाकी apart from SOF, NCERT 10th तो हो गया था, but like not actively. Like I didn't go and I didn't solve all the problems.
Okay, great. So again, फिर तो और भी बहुत बड़ा सही है, because ultimately what students typically do is they start with 9th and 10th and then they move on to IOQM. But again, ये तो और भी मतलब this is going to be really motivating for all the students. Right, so और SOF में कैसे मार्क्स आते थे तुम्हारे?
सर वो आते थे मेरे. Actually 6th 7th में I think I performed the best in those online years, क्योंकि पढ़ने के लिए टाइम मिल गया. तो I got like 2nd international rank ऐसे मिला है मेरे.
Oh, amazing. Super. But again, I like that the best statement was 26% लेकर सबसे ज़्यादा खुशी हुई. Amazing. So this is the nature of the exam, guys. 26% लेके इतना खुशी होगा, तो ये this is IOQM kind of exam only. So amazing, Asmi. And any advice for the student, and particularly girl student who's in 7th or 8th and she's eyeing for exam like IOQM, how मतलब क्या advice होगा?
Sir, I would say to just go for it, and marks come भी आए तो what I did, I didn't quit. बहुत struggle हुआ. I did feel very bad in the middle, but I didn't quit. I kept doing, and I had a lot of support from family, friends, teachers, all. And I saw people around me were also doing the same. They were also not quitting. So that even motivated me further, that if these people aren't quitting, why should I quit?
Amazing. And this is one exam which teaches us this, not quitting, because it is not easy to score, marks. As you said, 26 को मतलब बहुत ही ज़्यादा है. मतलब 20 लेके आना, 10 लेके आना भी इस exam में for someone who's doing for the first time is a big thing. And right, so this is one thing which teaches us कि यार कम marks लेके आना is okay, but again you should not be quitting. That is the simple message this exam in the hindsight teaches us. And I'm sure that the people who are preparing for these exams, irrespective of how much marks they've scored, I mean, अगर ये quality सीख जाते हैं तो they're done for life, because वो सीख लिया, not giving up, because all the successful stories, चाहे वो किसी भी तरह का success को किसी भी तरीके से define कर लो, they have had the humble starts, right? So and of course बहुत सारे failures आए होंगे, but not quitting would ultimately lead you to success sometime, in your life. So amazing, Asmi. And of course, we are banking uh, uh, you to not only, clear the RMO, but also INMO and ultimately reach to at least one of the teams, either IMO or, this EGMO. Okay, so again, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of these students again in the next round, and also, we are banking on a lot of these students because we already RMO camp start ho chuka, and these all students are already attempting the classes in the camp. And कैसा अभी आरएमओ का कैसा फीडबैक है असमी? हाउ डू यू फील कि आरएमओ का प्रिपरेशन कैसा चल रहा है?
Sir, lecture के questions बनते हैं, but when I actually go to attempt mock test questions of past year papers, तो difficult लगता है.
Of course, मतलब it is going to be difficult because ये पहली बार subjective writing तुम्हें experience है, and थोड़ा सा time भी कम है because late काफी कर दिए इन लोगों ने. But having said that, अभी जितने भी सेशंस चल रहे हैं आरएमओ कैंप के, वो लगाओ अच्छी तरीके से एंड प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस करो. आई एम श्योर इट इज गोइंग टू बी ग्रेट. Thank you, Asmi, and God bless you. All the best.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Ahiri.
Sir, I got a class from 8:30, so
Yeah,
can I
you can
leave?
leave. You can leave. Thank you,
Thank
Ahiri.
you.
All right, so let's थोड़ा सा जल्दी करते हैं because अभी इन बच्चों का भी all these students have the classes. आज 9 बजे क्लास है ना सब लोगों की?
Yes, sir.
कैंप में.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, moving on to Mathili. All right, so Mathili, so welcome to this session. So Maithili is in class 9th, and she scored 13 marks, from class 9th. Amazing, Maithili. This is an amazing score, being from class 9. So how did your journey start? कैसा पता लगा IOQM के बारे में, and किस तरीके से शुरू किया तुमने?
Sir, I got to know about IOQM from Viewers YouTube channel only. Like I got to know about in March end this year. So like we purchased the IOQM Prime batch, and before that I did the 9th and 10th NCRT in the last 10 days. I don't know how I managed. Like so, I just did some of the exercises and the similar questions I had skipped. So then in the start, when I gave the first mock test, like I got only 18 marks, and like I was not expecting that because like in school, as we know, so I was starting and then many new concepts were there. The journey was amazing. Like so many new concepts were there, and like it eventually went on, and like I had scored, like my score was increasing at a time, like after 2-3 months, and then like near IOQM in the past 2 months, like my score again started decreasing a little, like it became to 25 to 30. So then like I was like sad because IOQM was coming and my score was decreasing. And the camp tests were there, so like in them I managed to get up a little bit more, and then yeah, I gave IOQM.
Amazing. So good. So Maithili, I'm sure and I know also, not sure, I'm sure I know because we have been in touch a lot over Telegram, and जब भी कुछ भी लो टाइम आता था तो मुझे मैसेज करती थी, एंड we wish to interact. तो किस तरीके के ऐसे लो पॉइंट्स आए थे? Because this is a tough journey, right? So it has always been tough for all the students who've prepared for this exam. And how did you manage to come out of those situations wherein you were not scoring good marks? And this is important because 8th और 9th के बच्चे जो prepare करते हैं, चाहे वो लड़के हैं चाहे लड़कियां हैं, they're competing with students of class 10th, 11th, 12th, who of course in terms of syllabi know a lot more. And of course, since it is a common class, common tests, common everything, so it is bound कि 8th और 9th के बच्चों के कम मार्क्स आएंगे as compared to some of the students of class 10th, 11th, 12th. But again, how did you cope up with that?
So my performance started decreasing when geometry 2 was there. Like I found it very hard comparatively. So like first I thought like I can't do it, but then I like convinced myself, and then I spent 15 days on only geometry and I didn't do any other topic. Like it improved some at least by 5-10%, and then like I was able to solve the questions, the test questions, some of the questions. Then like I worked, and now geometry is my favorite. I like doing it a lot.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Maithili, for the time, and I'm sure it is going to motivate a lot of students. And being in class 9th, having qualified this exam, which is one of the toughest ever, I mean, it is going to surely going to spread awareness amongst a lot of students, and you're going to motivate a lot of them. And of course, having said that, abhi is mukam pe rukna nahi hai. I mean, there are a lot of couple of stages ahead, and I want to see you in every success story that we do after RMO and also in.
I'll try my best, sir.
Sure. All right. Thank you, Meenakshi. Okay. Thank you, Maithili. And moving on to Meenakshi. So, Meenakshi is in class 11th, and Meenakshi has.
10.
Sorry, 10th. I'm sorry. 10th. 10th. And she scored 24 marks. 24 marks, and she's from Telangana. So,
Sir, Bangalore.
Oh, you're from Bangalore. Oh, yes.
Yes.
मैं एक और ऊपर दिख रहा हूँ. Sorry. You're from Bangalore. So, Meenakshi, congratulations first of all, and your
Thank you,
journey. How did it start, and which batch were you in, and कैसा रहा overall experience, and how did you get to know about? वहाँ से शुरू करते हैं. How did you get to know about कि ऐसा कुछ Olympiad exist करता है?
Sir, I think I got to know about Math Olympiads in 6th or 7th grade when I first attempted NMTC. But at that time, I was not serious about it, and I didn't prepare. I just gave that, and I found out I got interested in math. Then in 8th grade, I just signed up for IOQM it was the IOQM and INMO combined. So I gave it. I wasn't prepared at all. But I got like 10 marks or 13 marks or something.
Okay.
Then in 9th grade, I prepared for it. I got 26. I think that was the year I joined. Last year, I joined Vedantu. I'm not sure which batch.
Okay.
And then after that, I got 26. I was like kind of sad because it was very close to the cutoff. So I joined the batch, INMO batch in Vedantu, and then I was like. I used to attend classes regularly, and after I got really interested, and this year I gave it like with little more confidence, and I got 24. So
amazing. So 24, being in class 10th is an amazing score, Meenakshi. And she was in INMO and RMO batch this year, and
yes,
she had joined Vedantu Olympiad school last year in one of the batches. Amazing. So Meenakshi is so proud of you. And I'm sure, Abhi, this is just the start. And of course, miles and miles to go before we sleep. Right. So,
yes.
Overall, what is the advice that you're going to, give to the students who are in 8th, 9th? I mean, you have always been good with mathematics. Is that it? Or did you struggle?
Yes, I was good at school math since I was a little kid, but then but I was like initially very demotivated when I started figuring out like how Math Olympiad works and how it's so much harder. But it's fun even though it's hard. So that's what keeps me going.
Great. Okay, so is there a question wherein you spend more than a day, to crack?
Yeah, that's what I would also suggest to younger students. So like not for maybe IOQM, for higher questions like INMO level or even RMO level, sometimes like even in one single day, like spending many hours or even a few days like over a span, you learn so much, like especially about like persistence, even if it's not about a particular concept in math, and that's very important to do well in these.
Great. And Meenakshi, how confident are you about the next stage?
I don't know yet. Like the previous year papers are difficult. So for the mock tests seem a little easy to me. But I'm working towards it. So.
Great. Fingers crossed, Meenakshi, and we want to see you crack the next 2 stages as well. How many books
Thank you, sir.
in these are mathematics books?
A lot of them. Here I have a lot of story books, but I do have a lot of math books as well. I have EGMO by Evanson. I have pre-college mathematics. I have a lot of RMO and AMTI books as well, and mathematical circles. I've done a little bit of them, not all, but I enjoy doing Vedantu assignments more.
Okay. And how much time on an average do you spend on every day on maths?
This year, I've especially after IOQM, I've increased it. Like I'm at least doing like 2-3 hours. But before IOQM, also it was something close to that for a few months. Other than that, throughout the year, I try to do at least an hour a day. Sometimes it's not possible, but usually 1 hour or 2.
Amazing. Thank you, Meenakshi, for all the time, and I'm sure you're going to do really great in the next couple of stages, and we're going to
Thank
see
you, sir.
a lot of you. Oh, Chetan sir is also here. Chetan sir, welcome.
अरे congratulations बच्चों यार, extremely sorry I was in a class, आप लोगों की मैंने stories miss कर दी, but कुछ anyways a good point is this कि YouTube पर है तो मेरे को दोबारा देखने का मौका मिलता है.
So Chetan sir, Meenakshi was in RMO as well as INMO batch, and वो पता ही होगा, she scored 26.
Yes, yes. Congratulations यार मीनाक्षी. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. So moving on to Gaurika. So Gaurika, pehle bhi she's joined us in one of the sessions, and she is the student who has scored the highest from Vedantu, girls category. She scored 31 marks in class 10th. Amazing Gaurika, so proud of you. तो मुझे पता है तुम ऑलरेडी आ चुके हो एक बार, बट फिर भी एक बार स्टोरी इस सेशन के लिए बनती है दोबारा से. कैसे स्टार्ट हुई ओवरऑल प्रिपरेशन, कैसे पता लगा आईओक्यूएम के बारे में, एंड ओवरऑल हाउ वाज द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ वेदांत ओलंपियाड?
I got to know about the IOQM in class 8th, and I started my preparation with that Pathfinder Junior. At that time, I could solve some of the problems, but not all. Then I tried many times that problems, and after 3 to 4 attempts, means not to give up, and I tried that problems at least 3 to 4, and then I see solutions and I got understand the solutions. I have given the IOQM in 8th class also. Then I got 18 marks. That time it was INMO also combined part A and part B. Then I could not, means in part B I have not written solutions of INMO questions. Then I not qualified at that time. So I prepared in class 9th.
और 9th में कितने मार्क्स आए थे?
18 marks.
18, okay. पिछली बार 18 मार्क्स आए थे, और इस बार उससे भी टफ पेपर था, उस बार 31 क्रैक.
Oh, last time I got 25.
और लास्ट
In
पेपर
9th
25.
class I got 25.
Okay. अच्छा, 18 वो 40 वाले में 18 you scored, okay. तो लास्ट ईयर यू स्कोर 25, एंड उसके मुश्किल वाले में मतलब हद ही बात करी कि कट ऑफ कुछ भी रख लो, मैं तो क्वालिफाई करूंगी. बहुत बढ़िया. So in Gaurika, you were a part of RMO as well as INMO batch, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
तो कैसा रहा ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस, कैसा रहा?
I solved all the assignments given by the sir, and I have done all the lectures live. I have given all the tests also.
तो पजल्स कितने परसेंट सॉल्व करते थे तुम जो चेतन सर देते थे?
I could not able to solve some of the puzzles, but I think 1 or 2 I have solved. But
okay.
Amazing experience with the puzzles, means very nice problems.
Good. All right. So thank you, Gaurika. And again, I'm sure 31 marks being in class 10th, this is amazing, super score. And we are so proud of you. And again, जैसा कि मैं सबको बोल रहा हूँ, मतलब तुम्हें भी मैं अगले 2 राउंड्स में देखना चाहता हूँ. And not only round, but also in the team sometime, next year. Amazing. So thank you. And okay, so moving on to okay, so I determined आपका नाम क्या है? You joined late.
Sir, yes, sir. My name is Soumya Rajput, and
Soumya,
I'm currently
yes.
in class 10.
Okay. So Soumya, again, another student has joined us. Soumya, amazing. So Soumya, what has been your journey, and कैसा रहा overall experience, and which batch were you in, and कैसे पता लगा Olympiad, Math Olympiad के बारे में?
Sir, I got to know about IOQM from my elder sister. She gave it in while she was in 12th, and I started preparing for Maths Olympiad from April onwards from the IOQM Prime batch. And when I started, I had somewhat knowledge about congruence module. I was really interested in it. I saw your lecture first, and that's what got me really into Maths Olympiad. Then when I started, the first few classes went well. But as soon as it got to geometry, it started getting really hard for me personally.
So I had to spend a lot more time on geometry, which indeed actually resulted in a really well score. But then later, when geometry 2 came around, it started declining again, just like Math 3 said. The same was in my case. So I still think I'm not that good at geometry. But another topic that I really like it's combinatorics. So that's something that I really liked, but unfortunately I could not solve much of it in the exam. I still was able to solve a few, but overall, I would say I really like the way you would give the puzzles. Like my favorite part of the class would be the puzzles most of the times.
Okay, amazing. So Maitli, so before you started this preparation, class 10th में जैसे you started in April now. So 10th में
Yes, sir.
had you completed the class 10th curriculum?
No, so I'm currently in class 10th.
हाँ, you in class 10th. तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ 10th में जब तुमने start किया ये वाला batch, तो class 10th NCERT तुमने complete कर लिया था?
Yes, sir. Almost all the topics.
अच्छा, वो कर लिया था. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And उसके बाद मतलब you started with this Math Olympiad preparation. Of course, I'm sure कि starting में marks वगैरह तो नहीं आए होंगे. क्या आए थे
Nice,
test
sir.
में?
So, फर्स्ट टेस्ट में आए थे,
हाँ,
फिर
हाँ,
सेकंड टेस्ट जो था वो काफी हार्ड था, उसमें 1 डिजिट स्कोर आया था सीधा सीधा.
हाँ.
तो
तो
उससे
फिर कैसी फीलिंग आई थी उसके बाद?
I felt a little, I would say, sad and upset because number theory was what I thought was one of my strongest topics, and that test was just a reality check कि नहीं ये ऐसा नहीं है. You're not that good at it. You have to work harder.
See, so no one is good at anything in life, right? So you have to make inroads. चाहे वो कितना भी अच्छा बच्चा हो, कितना भी एक्सपीरियंस हो, तो देयर वुड बी मतलब वो रियलिटी चेक या तो कोई इंसान करवाता है या भगवान करवाता है. As simple as that. In life also, right? So you have to. The only thing that you need to be aware of is you have to keep on learning. Learning should never stop, and that is what you did, and that is so good. And again, first attempt, qualifying this, how is the feeling, and how is the josh for the next rounds?
So it's really high right now, but when I got to know my score was 10, I was a bit disappointed because I could have done better, but and I was actually really hopeless at the beginning because 10 marks was not, I think, was not enough at the time. So I did not actually do much for the RMO at the time. I've just started preparing now that the results were out.
Amazing. So thank you, Soumya. I'm sure this is going to motivate a lot of students, particularly the ones who are going to prepare for the first time. And पहली बार prepare किया, and again dedication. Dedication is the key. And like you said, कि dedicated रहे, test में number आए, कम आए, and उसके बाद छोड़ा नहीं. And that is the key to be successful not only in this exam but in life in general. So thank you, Soumya, for the story. And thank you guys. You are all awesome, and I'm sure you are actually going to motivate a lot of students. इसका हमने टाइटल का नाम ही गर्ल पावर रखा है. This is just to show that you're all breaking the stereotypes. वो जो होता है ना, मतलब जैसे स्टार्टिंग में मैंने बोला था कि IIT है, मैथ्स है, इसे ना बॉयज वाला है. नो. And of course अभी भी कम है, the ratio is कम, the ratio is small, but again I'm sure you students, you people are going to motivate a lot other girl students who are going to see your stories, and वो तुमसे इंस्पायर होंगे, तुमसे मोटिवेट होंगे to do well, and you are going to be the face of Maths Olympiad. Not only Maths Olympiad but mathematics in general. And I'm sure मतलब कि आगे आने वाले दिनों में you are going to make a lot of you are going to have a lot of fans. ठीक है, so we are going to see Asmi fan club, maybe Soumya fan club, Gaurika fan club, Meenakshi fan club, Akshita and Maithili fan club, right? So इस तरह के Facebook pages मैं देखना चाहता हूँ आगे जाके, and I'm sure we are going to do well, right? It is not always about Bollywood and stuff, but this is the real thing. Chetan sir.
मैं बस यही कहना चाहूंगा, जैसे अभी अभय सर ने कहा ना कि अभी ये रेशो शायद कम है, बट यस वी हैव अ चांस. आप लोगों के लिए चांस है. आरएमओ में ना हम ये रेशो बढ़ा सकते हैं, है ना? मेक सेंस. तो आरएमओ में मैं चाहूंगा कि आप सभी स्क्रीन पर हो। ऑब्वियसली बाय डिफॉल्ट है ना, बॉयज की रेशियो कम हो जाएगी तो हेल्दी रेशियो हो जाएगी गर्ल्स की भी। तो हमारे पास एक और चांस है, एंड इनफैक्ट इनमो में भी चांस रहेगा। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि दिस इज द लास्ट स्टेज, है ना, दिस इज जस्ट द फर्स्ट स्टेप। अच्छे से प्रिपरेशन करो, आरएमओ कैंप चल रहा है ना, आरएमओ की प्रिपरेशन करो, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो, एंड फिर से दोबारा इसी सेशन को करना चाहेंगे, है ना, एटलीस्ट आप सब जरूर होंगे तो रेशियो ऑटोमेटिकली इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, इसी अटेम्प्ट में इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, इसी ईयर इंक्रीज हो जाएगी।
I'm sure ये होने वाला है. So thank you guys, thank you everyone who's been watching this and who is going to watch this. I'm sure you're going to relate your stories, and your story is going to be similar to some of these stories, and इनसे motivate होके तुम लोग you are going to do really great. And thank you everyone. Thank you Soumya, Gaurika, Meenakshi, Akshita, Asmi, and Maithili. And like Chetan Sir said, this is just the start, and abhi शुरुआत हुई है, and long years to go. So all the best, and I'm sure we are going to see each and every one of you a lot in some of our videos which are going to happen, maybe this year, next year, next to next year. And like I said, वो Facebook में फैन क्लब, Facebook क्या मतलब जो भी प्लेटफॉर्म चल रहा होगा उस टाइम पे, उनमें फैन क्लब्स मैं चाह रहा हूँ 5 साल बाद 6 साल बाद तुम लोगों के हो वहाँ पे. So thank you all, and all the best for the journey ahead, guys. Thank you everyone.